Hey, yo, what's up guys? And today we're going to be talking through an idea that I had. So if you are in a company that owns a settlement, if we look at the map here, you have some issues, right? So if your settlement is in any of the quadrants that don't usually get people to those areas, like Cutlass, for example, which is exactly where we're at, we've ran into the issue of people not buying houses here, not spending taxes for crafting, not making their payments, obviously, for the property taxes. One thing that I think could help a lot of these areas that people don't go to is a AZOTH tax. So when we look at AZOTH, obviously there's plenty of uses for this, right? You have it for crafting, you have it for traveling. Those are the big two that people use it for. Now, with this comes the weight resistance, or not weight resistance, encumbrance with traveling. When we look at the breakdown here, we've got a base cost of 50. We have the encumbrance cost, which is the highest because it goes off of how much encumbrance you have on your person. And then you have a faction discount if you're traveling to your zone that the faction owns, as well as a company discount if your company owns it. So in total, with about 513 encumbrance here, I am able to travel from Monarchs here, where I'm at, to Cutlass Keys for about 76, which isn't bad. But if I go to, say, Windsward, even though that it is in faction, the company discount gets dropped. So it is double. One thing with this that I think could be good for these smaller areas that people don't seem to find themselves in, especially in endgame. Brightwood is fairly decent, but Everfall and the triangle here between Windsward and Monarchs are where the vast majority of players trade, craft, and just spend their time gathering materials. With that being said, I think since there's a market for AZOTH consumption and suspended AZOTH, I think there should be something to do with fast traveling taxes for when someone comes to your territory. Now, it should be taken out of the AZOTH cost so that there isn't an increase, obviously, to how much it costs to travel, because it is very expensive already. I think it should be something that switches AZOTH to coin. Since it's already in the market, our market at the moment for what it costs is about 100 gold per AZOTH. So going forward, I think it would be a good choice for AGS to look into this, try to figure out a way that AZOTH could then be taxed for the people that live in these settlements, as well as more penalties for people that don't pay their taxes on time, other than just losing out on what they own. Obviously, there should be something to penalize them a little bit more, since taxes are built into the game for a reason. And if you have houses in a zone, it's kind of useless if people don't pay their taxes, obviously, right? Like, if you have, I think the cost per zone, if you own it and have everything at tier 5, is about 100,000 gold. How is anyone at the edges of their map going to be making 100,000 gold for the territories that people don't go to? I don't think they're going to, and they haven't. We've ran into the issue. Now, our server is a small to medium pop, higher on the medium pop, maybe lower end of the medium. But it's not beneficial for us to, spend 5k, 10k, 15k upgrading our stalls for an invasion to come and wipe us out, or for an invasion to specify exactly each tier 5 that we hit. So we've only gotten up to tier 5 a few times, and they've always knocked down our tier 5s. I know it's a chance, but it seems that there's a priority for those tier 5s to be reduced. So if there's a way that they could reduce the amount of things that get downgraded as well for these territories that aren't as lucrative as other ones, I think that would help a ton. These are just a few thoughts, as we go through the game, there'll be more. Just wanted to kind of put up a forum post, sort of, gauging awareness, gauging how everyone else is doing in the game when owning a territory, it is very tough in medium pop servers where there isn't a lot of, you know, transaction on the edges of the map. We're actually creatively trying to find a way to gather people in Cutlass, you know, have some sort of event, some sort of something that brings people into the city itself and keeps it thriving. So if that is kind of what it is, you know, we can definitely work on that. We're working on it right now and we'll get something going. But if you guys share the same sentiment and you have the same, you know, point of view on this as well as others, I would like to hear it down below in the comments. I appreciate everyone, and we'll have more videos coming up soon. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.